Three poisons are always in each of us: greed, hate, and ignorance. We call, in the Buddhist term, we call three poisons: tam độc, tham sân si, greed, hate, ignorance. So why is we greed? Why we hate? Because we do not understanding the true facts of everything. Ignorance means when you cannot understand anything, something cover yourself. You just react according to your hot temper, according to what you understand. And remember, what you understand sometimes is a misunderstand, not the true understand. And the misunderstanding can bring and can lead us to many other difficulties and mistakes and wrongdoings. So, in the group of four, they go to India to the West to request all the scripture back to China. And why the three students become the student of the master Huyền Trang? Huyền Trang symbolizes for us. In each of us, we have a very general heart. We cannot see anything. Like when we see someone suffer, we just love, we just care, but we don't know how to help and when to help. Helping others is good, but we need to understand when to help and how to help in order to give that person the true help. Somebody you know, he is gambling, but every time when he come to you, you just give money, and you can call yourself you help, but you don't understand how can you help this person and when. And maybe the more we help, the more we harm that person, we spoil that person. It's like our little child. When they're asking for toys, and we just give, but we don't know when and how and when to say no to them. And maybe accidentally, we may train them into a person that they always expect things to be satisfied them whenever they need. So the three poisons, hate, greed, and ignorance in all of us. So the same as the three students are the students of Huyền Trang Master. If those who did not watch that movie yet, you may looking for the movie and you can watch and you can understand what is that mean by in the whole movie. All the sins, all the problems there, and all the characters in the movie symbolize for all of us. Very reality to practice in our daily life. And if we do have a lot of ignorance in us, what happened? Many unwholesome seeds start to arise. Ignorance is the main one, is the root. So that's why we have greed and hate. What is greed mean? Something we want. Something we want, but we never understand how, when, and we never satisfy. We just want more and more, but we never feel enough, and that is the problem. It's all right for us to wanting something, like I want to have a job. I want to have a friend, a girlfriend, a boyfriend. That's natural. But you want something is one point. But How can you keep that? That is another point. I want to eat, but we never stop there. And the next one is good food. I want to eat, but must be a good food. If it's not good, then I won't eat. And something is really tasty, very delicious, we overate. So that's why greed never stops. So therefore, why we practice Buddhism? In order to cultivate the calmness and the mindfulness, in order to shine to each of our seat. Whenever we want something, we have to reflect how much we have. It's like when you're shopping, you must know how much you have in your pocket in order to buy things. If not, you will be upset after you use your credit card. So therefore, it's all right to for wanting something. But in our practice is want something positive, less negative. I want to practice. This is something still greedy, but this is a positive greed. It's all right. But we have to have mindfulness to see what we want. These three poisons in all of us, no matter you are a monk, a nun, or just a lay person. If you are human, this is something very natural in each of us. But because they are in us, that's why we need to do something in order to recognize all of them and make them become positive. We cannot refuse. We cannot refuse. This is something reality. But the practice is we know how to recognize them and transform them. And this is what we call practice. Practice means we try the best to cultivate something in order to transform. If we do love our loved one, make sure we transform our habits, negative habits, to show love. And sometimes we just declare, I love you, I love that person, but we never show our true love. How? To offer your love to that person. And if you are not wise enough, you may hurt that person by the way you love. So love is a good intent, but we have to learn how to love. It's like when you want to cook for your loved one. It's a good intent, but you know how to cook to make the food more tasty. So that's why when you step into the Buddhist temple, you see the drum and the bell. The drum symbolizes for understanding. The bell symbolizes for love. Understanding and love are very needed in our daily life. But don't worry, we cannot say, oh, because I have a lot of poisons in me, I cannot practice. Or I wait until I clear off all of these three poisons in order to practice. No way. You're unable to clear them off if you do not practice. And if you want to wait until you clear, never have that day. Like you cannot say, I am sick. I just left it like that until I got well. When we're sick, we need to get some medication, some medicines in order to heal, in order to get well. So when we realize, I have greed, I have hate, and I do have ignorance. When we recognize that, and we will learn how to practice in order to transform and make these three less. We all want money. But what is the money for? And how much energy that we can afford?